Okay, now this is August the 13th, as you will see on the timestamp above the video on the right hand side. This is Officer Coonrod when he initially got there, shortly after he got there. It's actually at the 3-minute 20-second timestamp of this particular body cam. He is actually fixing to walk around to the back door and walk upon the porch. And I want you to notice closely as he walks up the fire pit. You will see nothing setting on it. So let's take a look at that real quick.
Yep, I've got to have more unless I get consent from him to go in.
Okay, let's watch it again. Here we go. There's the fire pit. See, there's nothing on it whatsoever. There is nothing there. Absolutely nothing. August the 13th. This was before Chris got home. Okay, now let's go look at the very next time the officers were at the home. Okay, now we all know Chris did stay at his house August the 13th from the discovery. Also, on the night of August the 13th, he had many visitors come over to just give him support and, check on him and see how he was. And Chris had several friends come over the evening of the 13th to show support. The Thayers, Jeremy Lindstrom, David Cologne, Lauren Arnold. There was several that came by to give him support. And it's also said in the discovery that the Thayers, they sat around in the kitchen. David Cologne sat around in the kitchen. I never heard anyone say they went out back. Either way, it doesn't matter because, as you will see, this is Officer Lyons' body cam footage of the 14th, the next day after the 13th. And the 13th is the last night Chris stayed in this house. Period. He spent the night with the Thayers on the 14th, and then, of course, the 15th, he was arrested. Now, let's look at Officer Lyons' camera footage, and let's look at this fire pit again. I'm going to pause this footage right here, and this is Officer Lyons, remember, body cam footage from August the 14th. Okay, look under this officer at the fire pit, and as you see, that we can see, there's still nothing on this fire pit. Okay, well, let's go on. Okay, now this footage, for whatever reason, says it's September the 22nd on the timestamp. However, the discovery dates that this actually happened on the 21st. And again, if you have heard my read-throughs or know the discovery, you know on the 21st, there was a call to the police department at around, if I'm not mistaken, it was around 9:30 a.m. And it was Sandra Rusek, and said that she had gotten a call from an unknown number saying that the back door was open and the garage lights were on at the home. So they got the call and they went to check it out. On Friday, September the 21st, 2018, Officer Lyons responded to 2825 Saratoga Trail for a report of suspicious activity. Dispatch advised the following. Reporter got a message from an unknown person that her deceased daughter's back door is open at her house. This is the home of Shanann Watts. I walked the perimeter of the home. All doors and windows are secure, and there is no sign of forced entry to the home. Now, I'm going to play this clip, and I want you to watch closely where they do note that when they go up to the front door, they note that the curtains on the back sliding glass door is still shut. However, look up at the top and you will see that they are part ways. I mean, they're part way shut. It's like somebody just grabbed them and slung them to, but they maybe got hung up at the top and they didn't go all the way together. You know, we all have windows with curtains, and if you just take the blind like in the middle and pull it to, you know, quickly, then sometimes at the top, one of the hooks or something like that is going to kind of hang, and it's not going to go all the way at the top, and then we have to reach at the top where the rod is and actually close it on too. Well, take note of that here.
The drapes appear closed on the back side. See if we can make our way around.
Okay, here you will see on the 21st, even though it says the 22nd, remember this is the 21st. Now I want you to look closely when he does find the screen part open, and you will see he shuts all the way. Okay. And look closely on the fire pit. You will see something there that many people think is two bears. I don't think that. It doesn't look like two bears to me. It looks like a jug of some sort, a purple jug. But whatever it is, it was not there on the 14th. The last day Chris Watts was at the home, the last night he spent at the home was the 13th. Okay, well, let's get into this.
Check that bottom window. Security bars in place too.
Okay, one more time. You see him going up. We're going to stop here. As you see, there's definitely something sitting there. It's absolutely sitting there. To me, it's not two bears. I'm not sure what it is, but it is some purple container of something. If you have any idea what it is, let me know. But let's go on into the video moment. And he is just walking up. As you see, the screen, he's checking it, he's looking down.
Security bar's in place too.
The security bar is there, he shuts it. Okay, I've stopped it here, and do you see what I'm talking about? Look straight back and you will see the sliding glass door, and you will see the drapes, and you will see at the top there is where it looks like they've been opened, right? Or maybe they were just, you know, pulled together really quick, and it was hung at the top like we were talking about, and no one either had time or just didn't think about it or didn't pay any attention to it. But it doesn't look like they took, and manually fixed them to where they would be flat as they were on the 15th when they were doing the home check. I will show you that here. Okay, now this is body cam footage. It says the 16th, and actually it is, because this is when they came to do the home search immediately following Chris's arrest on the 15th. He wasn't actually arrested until about 11:30 p.m. on the 15th, and they don't think they actually took custody of him till around midnight. And after that, a team of officers were sent to the home to do a check on the home, a search on the home. And so there you see the curtain. The officers were the last ones in the home, should have been the last ones in the home. And then you've seen what we just saw for September the 21st. And I'll just let this one play for just a second, and then we're going to go back to the 22nd, the one we just looked at, because there's a couple of other things on that video I want to point out to you.
That's her nickname.
Okay, this footage is from on the 21st. It doesn't have a timestamp. I'm not sure why on the body cam footage. However, in the discovery, it does have that it is from as well the 21st, that evening. Okay, here's the thing. Nate had called them and told them that he saw a dark-haired lady walk into the front door, but he never saw her leave. On 9/21/2018 at approximately 21:05 hours, 9:05 p.m., I assisted Sergeant Manley at 2825 Saratoga Trail regarding an unknown person seen around the residence. Upon arrival, Sergeant Manley advised the neighbor from 2905 had video of a vehicle pulling up to the address of 2825 Saratoga Trail. And then an unknown female stepped out of the vehicle. Sergeant Manley advised the cameras never show the female leaving the address, and the inside garage light was turned on when they are normally off. The garage lights were left on. The slider screen was open on the back. All this that same day. This particular footage here, again, it is from that night that we just looked at when Officer Lyons and her partner were there that morning to check out the call that Miss Rusek gave them. That night they were called back by Nate, and he showed them footage on his cam where a dark-haired lady walked up to the door, but she was never seen leaving the residence. Never seen leaving. There was also a black SUV that was circling the neighborhood. I think it was 3 or 4 times. And he also showed the officers that footage as well. I responded back to the residence and spoke with Nate. He was able to show me video from his Xfinity home security system on his phone. He showed me that a female walked up to the house at about 9 a.m. and was seen walking up to the front door. There is no video of the female ever leaving the area, and shortly after, there is a black SUV that is seen passing the house slowly. Nate is able to show me 3 different videos showing this black SUV going slow by the house shortly after the female was seen walking to the front door. I did not see anyone leave the vehicle and approach the house, and did not see anyone come from the house and get into the vehicle. And the officers did get that footage from Nate. Of course, we don't have access to that. It is not in the discovery. However, I want you to look at this same back window curtain hours later on the same day that we just saw the little, it was like a tiny crack in the curtain at the top. Okay, now this is later that night. No one has been in the house because the officers left. So supposedly no one has been in this house. But look at this curtain now. Now, as you see, it's open even more, and the officer does pay attention to it, and he kind of looks out of it. Okay, this is footage again from the 13th. Is the purple jug. I don't know what's in the purple jug. I'm not sure if it's some cleaning or some... who knows what's in the purple jug? I have no clue. But it definitely wasn't there on the 13th, and it definitely wasn't there on the 14th. Now, Chris never went back to the house after the 14th, so I don't know what that is. However, I've heard people say that it was 2 bears. Well, I don't see 2 bears, but I do see the purple container. People has also said that the chairs are in different places. I don't see that either. I see the chairs being in the same exact place on the 22nd that they are now. So it doesn't appear to me that anyone has actually sat there, moved the chairs around or anything like that. The only thing different I see about the chairs is, if you'll remember or if you're aware, Chris did say that the girls' shoes were on the back porch that they wore to the pool party because they were wet. Well, the shoes are there, here on the 13th in the chair. And then on the 22nd, of course, they're not there. So, the officer that done the dog search actually used those shoes to try to get a scent with the girls. But that's the only difference I see. We'll look at it one more time and see if you see any difference with the chairs. And we will also take a still shot, the chairs, and the fire pit or anything like that. If you do, point it out to me and let me know in the description box below, because I've looked at it and I don't see any difference. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is a good place to pause it, and you can pretty much see everything on the back deck and how it's arranged, and you can see the little shoes in the back deck. So, and then we will look at this and see how it's arranged on the 22nd. I'm sorry, this is actually the 21st. I'm not sure why the body cam says the 22nd, but it's actually the 21st. And you can see the chairs and where they're aligned. Of course, the shoes are no longer in the chair. But there is that purple container, and I believe possibly this is what people have confused with being 2 beer bottles, because if you're looking at this on your phone, it is really hard to make out what it is, and I could see how it could look like 2 beer bottles on a phone, but I'm not seeing that. I see some sort of purple container of something. So yeah, anyway, moving right along. Okay, this is a still image I took from the body cam footage, and as you will see, this is the officer that was looking at the shoes, and she's putting the gauze down in the shoes to get a scent. But here, about this area, is where we seen that purple container on the 22nd. But we don't see it now, so that's, and of course this is the 14th. So Chris wasn't at the house since then, so someone besides Chris put that there. And this is another still image of the 22nd now. It's kind of giving you an idea again of exactly where it's sitting. And as you see in the 14th footage when the cadaver dogs were there and such, that was not there. So that's just, one of the things I was wanting to point out in this video. I don't think that's two bears, but it definitely is something that was not there. And then another thing that I was wanting to point out with this video is, of course, the reasoning of them coming out on the 21st whatsoever was the garage light being on.
The garage light's on. I don't know if it's left on or not. Okay. It's secure from what I can tell. What?
Lights.
Which ones?
Garage lights.
I couldn't tell.
Everybody's seen that right there.
Huh?
Really obvious.
Well, they could have turned. I doubt they're active with my momentum. I'm more focused on the door.
Yeah. So it's not the garage light, it's the
Actual lights. And they may have left them on. I don't know.
Sergeant Manley advised the cameras never show the female leaving the address, and the inside garage light was turned on when they are normally off. Also, we pointed out that the kitchen curtains, as you see here, they're opened a good bit. You can see almost all the way down. Whereas earlier that day, when they looked through the window, there was just right at the top, there was a small opening that the sun was coming through. It was not near this much open. That morning, the 21st, when they come to check it out. Also, on the 15th, when the officers were there doing their home search, immediately after Chris was arrested, they were completely closed and no one else supposedly had been in the house except, possibly, and we know that the defense team, but the house was completely cleared, completely cleared after the 15th or 16th. It was cleared, so no one else should have been back in the house. However, the little opening at the top on the 21st in the morning, and then this that night. I don't know, guys. You tell me what you think. May have to look at this over because I probably jumped around a bit too much, but I hope you get the gist of what I'm saying. It's hard to piece all these together, and get them in the exact order that I'm really want them to be in, but I do hope I did a decent job in showing you these things. So we're going to end this here. There's some more footage such as the one that is up now. Maybe some of you have not seen. So I'm going to be playing all the footages, and I've said this for a while now. I'm going to go ahead and put all the body cam footage up here. We're going to talk about it. And there was another thing I want to point out in another video that we're fixing to do. Some people has talked about it, but I'm going to go into it in a little more in depth, and I'm going to show. It's going to take me a while to put it together, even though it's probably not going to be, but just a really short video. It's going to take me a while to get everything together to put in it to show you what I want to show you. Okay, guys, and until next time, if you enjoyed this, if you learned anything new from this, please give us a thumbs up. We really appreciate it. And until next time, this is Unjustified.